What kind of question is that? They have to. I
That's
mean,
the person that doesn't know us going, well, is it worth looking?
what, like, fair question, but do you have to ask the internet? Just listen. Hey, this is Scotty and Lewis with Carnifex.
And this is Corey with Carnifex.
We're going to attempt to answer the most asked questions on the internet. Here we go. All right, question 1.
Oh, nice.
Is Carnifex a satanic band? No, we can't be satanic, because if we believed in Satan, we'd have to believe in God, and we don't believe in either. We care about nothing, Lebowski. We are nihilists.
Yeah, that's about
Next
right.
question. Here.
Okay.
It's all you, baby.
Is Carnifex black metal? Not entirely. We have some black metal sounds, but we are many things.
Yeah.
Basically, we are just heavy extreme metal.
Yeah, I mean, when we started Carnifex, deathcore was not a genre. So I think now moving forward, it's kind of interesting to see people ask us, how we fit in the box when we never signed up for that box. We just wrote music and the scene developed around us. And I think it's the same way going forward. I think that's why World War X is so different sounding from any deathcore record out there. It's because we're not writing deathcore records, we're writing Carnifex records. Happened to start a genre, but that wasn't anything we intended. We're just doing our thing. And I think embracing black metal more is us just continuing to be us and say, like, just like when we wrote Dead in My Arms and all those early records, we were just us. There was no scene to follow. There was no roadmap, And it's the same thing now. It's like we're going to incorporate black metal and industrial and all these sounds that we loved and grew up with because we're doing us.
Like, so literally, like what he said is it's like there's five of us, 4 of us, or whatever. When we started, we all like the same stuff, but each of us has like a type or genre we like more or as our favorite. Scott happens to be more like the black metal. I'm more the new metal guy. Sean was like the Slipknot guy. So those people just writing what we want to write because, this band does that, but not this. This band does that, but not that. We just took the things that we weren't hearing in music and put them together. Yeah. So elements from all these different types of bands and then stuff that those particular bands aren't doing, put those little bits in there, and then that's what we are. Not trying to fit into anything. It's just, these are the riffs we like. This is what we like. Let's put it all together. And then now here we are with this stuff.
Yeah, it's like blackened industrial deathcore. Find another band like it.
New blackened industrial deathcore. And you with the umlaut.
So I think our thing is we just want to be us. And this, 15 years in, we have the creative confidence and the support of the fans to really just do what we want, and they're there for it. I mean, when I say do what we want, it's with artistic integrity. But, write the music we choose to write. Oh, next question. Next question. God, we're pontificating too much. Oh, what is the Carnifex definition? This one's super easy. It's a Greek word. It means executioner. Done.
Do a little rip. What genre is Carnifex? Refer back to is Carnifex black metal.
New
answer we
black
gave
and
for that
industrial
is the same
deathcore. When are you guys gonna break the fuck up? What Carnifex means? Well, this is very similar to the definition, so I'll say what does it mean? What does it mean? For us, I think Carnifex is just about us and our fans just wanting to find escape from the world with music and with like-minded people. That's our goal with our music. So that's what Carnifex means for sure. It's just everybody somewhere together, no matter where in the world that is, and that's what we try to do with all of our shows. Carnifex be more black metal in the future? Yes.
And no.
Yeah, I think it's yes and no. It's both. Like, we're just going to continue to include the elements that we like, and we like that blackened sound, but we want to do it in a way that isn't Mayhem from '96. It's Carnifex in 2020.
Yeah, and every record, whatever type of metal comes out the most, that's just what happens. I mean, we don't ever write going, let's write this or let's write that. It's like, like, oh, we haven't really touched on this too much, so let's put some of these elements in or whatever. And it's just kind of always trying to not write the last record again. Always trying to, when you hear it, you go, that's Carnifex, and it also doesn't sound like any other record. So I think that would be key to anything.
Here we go. Is Carnifex a Dimmu Borgir fan? I think the simple answer is yes. I found Dimmu in 97 or 98, and then I remember Spiritual Black Dimensions coming out and how different of a black metal record that was. And it wasn't a black metal record because it had great production. It sounded huge.
So
had the Vortex Clean singing on it. That record got a lot of shit at the time because it was so different and it wasn't true black metal. And I kind of used that as a roadmap for like what we're doing in a way. It's like we're going to push these boundaries, and that's fine if people look at us and go, well, that's not whatever we should be. But you can't worry about that stuff. You got to write the record you want to write, and then, sometimes maybe it's a little early, and then people look back and go, God, they were right. That was the one. And for me, that was Puritanical. I look back at Puritanical. I'm like, God, they fucking nailed it. But they got so much shit for it at the time. But they also got way bigger because of it. And so I feel like you kind of got to get to that moment where you're so many records in, and at some point you have to go for it. And so we're in the moment. This is us going for it. World War X was us going for it. Slow Death was us going for it. This new album as a 4-piece for us, we've been doing this for 15 years. Like, our creative confidence has never been higher, which means we're not looking around the room to see what's happening. We're just looking at each other to see what we want to do, and that sets the tone for the room.
And we've learned that, like, every single record we write is just, what do we want to write? And the fact that we're still growing and getting better and more popular and just doing better in general proves that how we want to write stuff, people like that. And no matter what you write, you could be the biggest band in the world. There's still going to be people who don't like whatever you do. It doesn't matter what you do. Those people that like the last record, they're probably not going to like the next one. Who knows? It's impossible. So, but yeah, like creative confidence, we've always written the records the same exact way. No matter who's with us or who isn't, it's like the records are put down the same exact way every time. And we've learned that's the key to our success. Is just that. Is Carnifex a good band? No.
What kind of question is that? They have to. I
That's
mean,
the person that doesn't know us going, well, is it worth looking?
fair question, but do you have to ask the internet? Just listen. Make the decision for yourself.
Do you think we're a good band? Go ahead, put on any one of our 7 records.
What did Google say?
Probably hell no. Probably just send them to a scathing lamb goat post.
Here. What guitar do you use?
What guitars? Ibanez. And Fred uses Acacia basses. They're based out of San Diego, but when I first started playing and I walked into Guitar Center, I saw an Ibanez, and it struck me more than any other guitar on the wall. Just the one I saw, the shape, the headstock, everything, the way it was built, whatever about it, it just hit me, and I wanted to be that. And then right at the beginning of our career, when we started touring full time, we got an Ibanez endorsement, and I've been with them for 14 years almost. So Ibanez all the way, baby. I bought an ESP LTD as my first guitar that I bought with my own money, and that was because Stephen Carpenter from the Deftones played them. So I was like, they gotta be good. And I was into Metallica more at that time, and Kirk Hammett's guitar was cool, so I bought that shape with Stephen Carpenter's kind of look. So it's like an electric blue thing. But yeah, I bought that because of him, and then I saw that Ibanez, and my dad took me to get a real amp, and I wanted that ever since. Couldn't afford it because the ones I wanted were $400 or $500, and then yeah, we got an email out of the blue when we started touring. It's like, you guys want Ibanez? And I just, yeah. Send the yes. Let's get this.
Send it.
So, and as of now, I have a LA custom shop built. So, And that's pretty much a dream come true to have for any guitar player who did what we're doing, to get your favorite company and then they build a guitar the way you want it with the stuff you want it, and I love it, and it's great. So yeah, Ibanez.
All right, is Carnifex political? You know, I would answer that like no, I would say no, to be honest. For me, it's like, yeah, we live in Southern California. We get inundated with politics constantly, and I appreciate politics. I really do. I try to stay involved. I always vote, all that stuff. But I'm also a strong believer in we're in the entertainment business, and as much as I can appreciate what's happening in the real world, you know, I gotta go with artistic integrity, and I don't feel compelled to write about politics and try to convince people through music to see the world through my eyes, my way. That's just not what That's just not Carnifex's mission.
And that stuff's super polarizing. That's just,
Yeah.
whatever you see, there's going to be 50% of people you know that hate you for that view.
And I'll say this too. I'd say like a lot of people that are like writing records about Trump and stuff like that. I think back a few years to when I was in my first bands, when Bush was in office, and a bunch of people wrote records about Bush. Can you imagine going on tour and performing songs about Bush right now? It sounds dumb, right? Like it paints you into such this music will only be relative to this moment. And to me, that's like cutting your art off at the knees. I want our songs to resonate with people of any generation, of any political spectrum. If I can find a connection with someone who has a different political view than me, but we're connecting over something, you know, deeply emotional and complex, that's going to do more than beating this person over the head about what a piece of shit Trump is. Trump's a piece of shit. If you can't see that, well, okay, my record's not going to change your mind. So we're going to write what is living in our internal lives. That's really what Carnifex is about. It's like the interior life.
Yeah, one of my buddies that does tattoos on me, he's a Trump guy. I'm not, but we're still friends because we were friends because of other things and not because of that. And it's easier to hate someone you don't know for their views than to tell a friend you're an idiot for your views. Like, it's just, and then like at the same time, like it's a view, it's an opinion. Like whatever's happening is happening. It doesn't matter what you think. The stuff that's going on is still going on, unless 10 million people rise up and do something. But that's not happening because everyone would rather talk shit on the internet than do something. So leave that shit to all those people. We're here to connect with people who have real feelings and want to listen to music about stuff. And that was why I personally was into the bands I was into, because they're not singing about stuff that's happening right now. They're singing about stuff that goes on in life. It's something you can feel it in the music, and then when you read the lyrics, you can feel it there too. That's way more long lasting. It has more longevity. That will always be relevant. People will always have a hard time, and kids can pick up a record in their, in 2025, they can pick up an old Korn record and feel the stuff that Jonathan Davis was talking about. Slipknot the same way. You can feel the stuff that Corey's talking about because the things that he deals with are people that families and other people are going to deal with forever. And that is easier to hang on to than to hate one guy for 4 years and then still try and hold on to that song because, well, the good song's cool, but what it's about is long gone.
Yeah.
There's no connection there. It's just, if you still like the song, you still like the song, but as far as content, it's irrelevant now. So it's pointless.
Next question. Is it your turn or my turn?
Who cares? I want to rip the thing off. Ah! What are Carnifex's most favorable countries? That's a good one. I like Germany. I like Belgium. I like the Netherlands. Some places in the UK are really nice. It's like there's, the history of whatever and a lot of cool buildings. And I know there's another country I'm missing out. Well, no, those are my favorites.
Yeah, I mean, for me, we it's funny that this is most asked questions because we do get that question a lot. Where's your favorite place to play? And, to be honest, going back to what I said, it's like all about taking the whole room somewhere else together. So, we've done shows all over the globe. I think we've played in 70 countries at this point. We've played on 6 out of 7 of the continents, So we've pretty much played everywhere, and for me, it's about if we can take that room somewhere else together, and we can all go to the same place somewhere else, whether we're in L.A. or Moscow or Taiwan, it doesn't matter. If we can all go to that where that song is together, mission accomplished. And that's my goal. So favorite country, I don't see our fans by where they're from, nationality. I see our fans by where we can go together with the show, you know?
Yeah. America's cool too.
Yeah. LA rules.
LA. It does. It's so awesome. We like being here, but we definitely like home. Like home's like, it's just, we know the place. We know the whole country pretty much. We've been back and forth to that thing 70, 80 times. It doesn't know. I don't know, but
I think we've done 80 U.S. tours at this point.
yeah.
So
So we definitely know. Like my wife and I drove from Virginia to Arizona without a map.
that's across the entire country.
It's the whole- pretty much the whole
3,000
country.
miles.
No map.
That's it. We did all the questions. Yay, us.